MedDiet is pleased to present information on thickened liquids. Why are they needed, and how do I prepare them? This session will cover 4 topics. First, a review of why thickened liquids are needed by some people. Next, an overview about the levels of liquid consistencies as defined by the National Dysphagia Diet. Then, information on the different products available to thicken liquids, including the pre-thickened beverage options. And finally, some tips for successfully preparing thickened liquids to achieve the desired consistency. Difficulty with swallowing is called dysphagia and can result as a complication from a number of different conditions that affect muscles and nerves of the upper body. Dysphagia can impact people at any age. It really depends on someone's medical situation. Swallowing is a natural response. Many of us don't even think about it. As someone takes a drink, liquids very quickly move to the back of the mouth to go down the esophagus, or what we often refer to as the throat. It is very important that the liquid go down the esophagus to the stomach and not into the trachea. When liquids go down the trachea, they end up in the lungs. This could lead to aspiration pneumonia. We all swallow wrong on occasion, and it is not a pleasant experience. Someone with dysphagia may frequently experience swallowing discomfort. People with dysphagia have difficulty controlling thin liquids like these in their mouth. Some signs of difficulty include sputtering, liquids dribbling out of the sides of the mouth, or coughing and choking after a drink. The purpose of thickening liquids is to help someone swallow more safely. When someone is diagnosed through medical testing to have dysphagia, the doctor or speech-language pathologist may prescribe a consistency modification to help the individual swallow liquids more safely. The National Dysphagia Diet is the guide that describes thickness levels for liquids. Thickened liquids are prescribed in one of 3 different levels: Nectarlike, honey-like, or spoon-thick. Let's describe each of these consistencies in a little more depth. A juice, such as apple juice, is considered a thin liquid or regular liquid. A nectar-like consistency will form a single stream as it flows off the end of a spoon in a drip, drip, drip. The nectar-like beverage has the consistency of an unset gelatin. Honey-like consistency is thick like honey, but don't let the label fool you. There is no actual honey in the beverage. The honey-like consistency will flow slowly off the end of a spoon and form a mound. Spoon-thick is the thickest consistency, and it should look like pudding. Sometimes this consistency is also called pudding thick. A spoon-thick beverage should hold its shape and plop off the spoon. Now that we have seen the different liquid consistencies, let's talk about tips for preparing them. Options to thicken liquids include modified food starch powders, gum powders, and liquid gums. Be sure to carefully follow the manufacturer's instructions for mixing. Each thickener can be slightly different to prepare, and following the specific package's direction is important to get the consistency you need. Standard kitchen items are needed to prepare thickened liquids: a liquid measure, measuring spoons, a glass and a spoon, fork or small whip for stirring are typically used. One preparation tip is to use a glass that is slightly bigger than the amount of liquid you are going to prepare to allow for easy mixing and stirring. We are going to prepare a nectar-like thickened apple juice using a powder thickener. Measure 6 ounces of juice. Next, measure the thickener according to package direction. This step is important to prevent under or over thickening. Add the thickener to the liquid and stir or whip it in right away. Once the thickener is mixed in, you will need to let the beverage rest for the time stated on the package. This waiting period allows for the thickener to work and reach the desired consistency. Now your nectar-like thickened beverage is ready. You can make more than one serving at a time. If you make extra, it is very important to follow manufacturer's instructions for the amount of thickener to add and any special mixing instructions to prevent under or over thickening. Unused thickened beverages should be covered and refrigerated. Powder thickeners are either starch-based or gum-based. Beverages prepared with powder starch thickeners will take several minutes to thicken, will be slightly cloudy, and the texture will feel a little grainy. Starch thickeners have a tendency to thicken over time. Beverages prepared with powdered gum thickener take about 5 minutes to reach consistency. They will be clear, and the texture will feel slippery. Gum thickeners tend to stay the same consistency. Many thickeners also come in single-serve packets that are pre-measured for a consistency. Packets may be more expensive than buying a larger package, but they offer convenience. Liquid thickeners are a little easier to work with. Here we have measured out 8 ounces of apple juice. Liquid thickeners are available pre-measured or in pump bottles. Measure the thickener according to package direction. After adding the thickener to the liquid, shake or briskly mix with a fork or small whip. Wait just a few seconds according to the package instruction, and the thickened beverage is now ready to consume. Another option will be pre-thickened beverages. Be aware that pre-thickened liquids are not currently available in a spoon-thick consistency. You also have an option of thickened beverage powders, such as coffee and tea mixes, that just require adding hot water. The packets are labeled for consistency to make either a nectar-like or honey-like beverage. The prepared thickened liquids come in various package sizes. These products are convenient and are always the consistency as labeled. Remember, they are only available in nectar-like and honey-like consistency and will be more expensive than preparing thickened liquids yourself. We have covered a lot of information in this session. Hopefully, you have gained a better understanding of dysphagia and that people of any age may have a swallowing problem resulting from a variety of medical issues. Any special liquid consistency recommendation will be determined by a physician or speech-language pathologist. Consistency recommendations may be for nectar-like, honey-like, or spoon-thick beverages. It is important to follow the healthcare practitioner's recommendation for a specific consistency. And it is important to follow any manufacturer's directions in preparing and serving thickened liquids. For more information, talk to your healthcare provider, visit the product manufacturer's websites, or visit us at dysphagia-diet.com.